Aloha! I'm Ming Destiny, and I am your friendly neighborhood kinkster, erotic adventurer and inventor. And I've invented this wonderful kit called Pocket Dungeon. Pocket Dungeon is a case that has everything that you would need for a little erotic play. For example, it's got multiple layers of wonderful things. This is your blindfold. And in here you'll find little pockets to put things. Out here you've got more pockets to put things. And condoms, glove, and lube in this one. And all your accoutrements for some of the toys that I have inside in this side. Also included is a bandana. This one is black and white. It flags S&M, so this can be your flag, gag, and cleanup rag. If you can see, in the bottom of the case we have door jambs on both sides, wrist cuffs on both sides, 2 padlocks, and 5 claws. I'll show you the wrist cuffs because it's a really neat idea. We basically put our holes on both sides of the leather strap, and that's so that it actually fits every wrist that there is out there. A door jamb, in case you don't know what that is a leather strap with a dowel on one side and a D-ring on the other. And the idea is that you close this into a closing door, and just the strength of it actually turns into a nice attachment point. And we've included 2. So you have a St. Andrew's cross, any door that you want to turn into one. This is also a flashlight instead of a dowel, because that way you can play in dark spaces. The other flashlight is actually a red one, so you can create mood lighting. We have these wonderful little claws, and if you notice, they unsnap and then they fit just about any size finger, and they're made of stainless steel, so they have a wonderful sensation by themselves, and you can use them with electrical toys. We also have some nipple clamps. They're the slider tweezer type, so you can adjust the tightness, which we like. And then we have this toy right here, and this is the toy that actually started it all. I call it the Benny Jow, and what it is it's actually a layering of 9 stainless steel tubes and a welded ball on the end. And what that allows you to do is you can use the higher end for a higher, stingier hit, and then you can use the lower end for a lower, thuddier sensation, and then you can go completely low and have a very thuddy sensation. And trust me, it hurts. I've got like little pink marks right here. When you're not using your Benny Jow as a cane, you can use it as a crop. So we've included a little crop tip, and basically you can have a little riding crop with you, which makes a lovely sensation and also gets the attention of somebody who you're trying to get their attention of. Another really neat thing that you can do with the Benny Jow is, if you look in your little kit, you have the case, and you can have flogger attachments. So this is our ball chain flogger, which is quite nice and quite thuddy. And then we have a lovely leather flogger, and I'll show you what that feels like in just a second here. So it's very soft and very erotic and wonderfully sensation, but if you add a little torque to it, it's got a nice little snappy sting. Very fun on sensitive parts of the body. The ball chain flogger, actually we have a technique that we call angels on roller skates, and when you feel this on your skin, it just makes you purr. It's really nice. But then you add a little bit of pressure to it, it makes a really nice thuddy toy. Then we added a leather fall and a, what is that called? Removable cracker. And so this is what we came up with. It's a leather fall and a removable cracker and a ball swivel in here. So that means that your whip actually twists. So this actually surprisingly is a nice whip. It's a fun whip. It is one of the first whips that I go to when I go for a whipping scene. It's a fantastic warm-up whip. It's a fantastic beginner's whip. You don't need the incredible amount of force that you need to throw a regular single tail, so you can actually start working on people right away with this whip, whereas we don't recommend you doing that for kangaroo braided thick leather 4-foot whips. And so that's the Benijow, and you can know for sure that Pocket Dungeon is going to be coming out with more attachments for it. It's kind of the staple of the Pocket Dungeon product. But our other favorite thing that we have in there is a Kubotan. And this is a martial arts weapon. You place it in your hand and it puts more power into your punches. And that's really nice because for me, when I'm playing with somebody, a lot of times I wear out before they do. And they want more and I want to give them more. And this allows me to give them a little bit more. Plus you'll notice that we have a rounded end. And that's because I really enjoy pressure point play. So you place this little ball over a little patch of nerve endings and you can basically get their attention quite quickly and quite nicely. And last but not least, a lot of us play with rope and saran wrap and tie up things and people. So it's really important for any kit that you have out in the wilderness or wherever you're going to have a safety knife. So we have included a safety knife. It screws right onto the tip of the Kubotan and it actually screws right back in too. So there you have it. That is the Pocket Dungeon, and we spent 3 years developing it, inventing it, and figuring out all of the measurements and the schematics and all this crazy stuff, and we're finally ready. And what we're looking for is funding. And so if you look down the side of this campaign, you'll see different levels of contribution. So if you feel like you want to contribute $10, you have a choice of different items that we'll send you. If you feel like you want to get a whole Pocket Dungeon, you can contribute the early bird specials are gone now, but the 180 is where we're at right now for the Pocket Dungeon until those are gone, and then it'll be 190. And basically, if you're a store and you want to pre-order these Pocket Dungeons, we've had tremendous feedback and we know that they're going to be a fantastic seller. Be sure to look into the gallery and look at our point of purchase display that we developed for the Pocket Dungeon so they can sit right on your counter, not take up any space, and explain the product for you. Yeah, so basically we tried to think of as much stuff as we possibly could before doing this crowdfunding campaign, and we really hope that you enjoy the Pocket Dungeon and get in early when there's still good stuff at good prices. As we say here in Hawaii, aloha.